Look at this, 3-time regional champion, 2 times in the top 16 of the World Championships, looking for another major win. This composition before because it's so uniquely Jamie Boyt, and that's something that Jamie can use to their advantage. This Mega Scovillain set is exactly the pesky, nasty kind that we were referring to on the couch. With that spicy spray ability that Scovillain gets access to once it Mega Evolves, any incoming damage will burn the attacker. Should we kick off the first Champions EU match ever? Here, heralding in a new era of competitive Pokemon, it's time for Kingambit and Frostlass to hit the field over for Lorenzo, and we've got Wyrdeer and Milotic for Jamie, and an immediate Defiant boost as well from the Intimidate on the Wyrdeer. Berry here, that's going to be weakening super effective Dark-type damage, which you want in the face of this Kingambit. Now it's boosted all the more so. Mega Frostlass is becoming the Ice Queen that we all know and love thanks to Pokemon Legends EA. It's going to get that snow coming down on the field, and everyone is going to be looking a whole lot frostier. Shadow Ball now into the Milotic. Let's hope it doesn't get a special defense drop, boosting the competitive, but no, it's going to be just the Gravity. No boost to speak of on that Milotic. Gravity, and now Milotic can go for an immediate Hypnosis, neutralize the threat of that Kingambit that was reigning supreme, but now it's supine.
We have new mechanics in Pokémon Champions as well, so this Kingambit will sleep for one less turn.
And later, and this Wyrdeer, for example, cannot touch it. Another Shadow Ball right now into the Milotic, just rolling that dice, hoping you don't get another competitive boost, but you don't. What Jamie does get off is yet another Hypnosis, this time coming out from the Wyrdeer. Both of these sleepy time Pokemon love to see the napping on the other side, and Milotic can now get boosted with these coils, boosting its accuracy, which will help with future Hypnoses, as well as its defense, crucially.
And getting some HP back from the leftovers as well. Kingambit cannot be attacked by the Wyrdeer. To stand your ground and try to just wait out the sleep.
I really like this play from Jamie here, getting the Floette in order to try and get boosted up as quickly as possible, going for these Calm Minds. So you boosted up, this Milotic is all of a sudden looking like his Hypnosis will never miss. Kingambit wants to take a leaf out of Jamie's book and get some boost going of its own. Swords Dance, that magnificent blade gleaming atop its head, and it's channeling all of that energy. Milotic, on the meanwhile, is going to be channeling all of those leftovers.
And can now start putting on the pressure, not fearing that his Milotic is going to be taking too much damage from the Kingambit that is boosted up.
Well, speaking of front foot, that's exactly what Lorenzo wants to get on, switching in their Sneasler, which is going to be threatening this Floette all the more. Floette has gone for its Mega Floette in the first round that we stream of Pokemon Champions here in Turin. Who'd have thunk it? Kingambit is going to be keeping itself safe from any damage, going for its Protect now. Meanwhile, Floette can get a Calm Mind up, but on future turns, that Sneasler is going to be threatening so much. So Jamie is going to want to be dealing with this Sneasler sooner, so much sooner rather than later. Going to be a Hypnosis targeted once more down into this Kingambit. And it's worth noting, with the Swords Dance and holding the black glasses, this Kingambit will still be threatening really decent damage into the Floette. Yeah, you might be waking up sooner now in Pokemon Champions, but if you keep being put back to sleep, it doesn't really matter, does it? As Milotic will be flinching as the result of that fake-out Moonblast. Tied into Sneasler, it's a neutral hit being a part-fighting Pokemon, and with that boost, there's that one-hit KO. Sneasler is down. That's one Pokemon down for Lorenzo. Of course, Milotic flinching from the fake-out. The count-out clip, though, that's enough just to neutralize the Serpent and send it slithering back to the depths.
Wow, not even a critical hit as well. I wasn't sure whether or not that would actually pick it up. This Kingambit does have the Black Glasses item to give a bit of a boost, quicker, maybe a little bit more trained in other areas than its physical defense. But a really good progress there for Lorenzo. Had to give up the Sneasler in the process, which is a little bit scary when that Floette has got a Calm Mind boost
into something like a Sneasler, because it takes double super effective from Psychic
moves. There it is.
But this time the Sneasler's down and the Aurora Veil is up, mitigating the special and physical damage coming out from Jamie's side of the field. The Dazzling Gleam, let's not forget it's boosted, but you can see the dividends that the Aurora Veil is paying here. A Hypnosis will be connecting onto the Kingambit, and let's not forget the Gravity has expired now. That's not to say all the Pokemon are now floating. It's just to say that this Wyrdeer is feeling accurate.
Taking away the resistance that it has to that move. And now the Floette's really on the back foot here. Blizzard coming out, not doing too much damage. These Pokemon very bulky on Jamie's side. Ooh. Dazzling Gleam, though, with the Aurora Veil, not quite enough to pick up the KO. Gravity goes back, so Jamie getting that advantageous position, but King Gambit can wake up this turn. On this turn, then whatever Pokemon that's in the back that we're finding out, Serperior isn't necessarily going to have a good time.
I really like this play, though, from Jamie. You can't go for a Sucker Punch if you're going to be switching out. I know it does damage into a damaging move, but it's no Sucker Punch to speak of. The Dazzling Gleam! Frostlass, of course, protected, but King Gambit is on such low HP, and this Floette is boosted. It's going down. That's a key Pokemon for Lorenzo removed there, and down to just their final two.
To turn after turn, because that Wyrdeer is part normal type, all up in the air.
It's so exciting. It couldn't be a better kicking off of Pokemon Champions here in EU. Now, this is Basculegion carrying the Citrus Berry. No Focus Sash to speak of, but just how quickly will Jamie be able to remove it all the same? The Moonblast now through the Auroville. That's going to get that Basculegion munching as well. Recovered, but now that berry has been spent. And where is the Last Respect going? It's into the boosted Floette, and this is what Basculegion does. I see your boost, but my Last Respect is powered up basically as much as it can. Save that Frostlass being knocked out as well. And just neutralizing that threat in the Floette, forcing Wyrdeer back out onto the field.
Wyrdeer's going to get that Intimidate down onto the Basculegion as well. I suppose there's a big thing about targeting, the big thing about double protects here coming out from this Mega Frostlass.
There you go. You can see the trainers couldn't quite believe it themselves. A double protect, meaning that Shadow Sneak cannot get the KO there. Last Respect, super effective into Serperior. That's, of course, going to be the one-hit KO. Let's not forget that this Wyrdeer is not immune to the other moves that this Basculegion can go for. The critical hit here, I don't think that mattered. It's been so powered up, but the Hypnosis does connect. The gravity is still strong with this one, but can this Wyrdeer be the deer that takes us all the way through to a victory for Jamie?
Gravnosis sort of strategy. It's actually just quite powerful in the attacks that it can go for. Now the Basculegion taking its mandatory turn of sleep. The Side Shield Bash going into the Frostlass.
Nice.
But is it? Oh, it's defense boost on the Wyrdeer.
Defense boost. Side Shield Bash is such a rare move.
Even,
oh!
Basculegion wakes up, goes for the Wave Crash, doesn't even need to worry about the damage. Wyrdeer goes down, and it is Lorenzo taking our first game in Pokemon Champions here in Turin.
My goodness, wouldn't you just want to be on one of Wyrdeer's stag doos? That's going to
take back from. But here we are, getting into game 2 here.
Okay!
And the Serperior coming out. Sneasler and King Gambit for Lorenzo. Let Jamie start setting up in the same way that he did in game 1. Still using that King Gambit. Of course, notably the White Herb on the Sneasler would stop any Intimidate drops from the Wyrdeer as well.
Mega Floette now is radiating that Fairy Aura, but it's not going to be able to do anything this turn. It's going to be flinch, so no super effective gunk shots here. Serperior going for the Reflect. Pokemon that can be run supportively, but once it gets those contrary boosts with Leaf Storm, can be very much offensive as well. King Gambit is going to be setting up as well. Both of these trainers want to get their Pokemon set up. Let's not forget this King Gambit reached +4 in the last game.
That takes super effective damage from it. Difficult spot to be in.
Another difficult spot to be in is paralyzing your Sneasler. It might not be able to move. There's an 8th chance that it won't be able to move. That's another change coming to Pokemon Champions. There's Moonblast now with the boost from Mega Evolution. No Carmines yet. Brings this King Gambit down to about 1/3 of its HP. And the Sneasler is fully paralyzed. So again, rolling that dice, and it's in Jamie's favor. Now with the Swords Dance, the Kowtow Cleave, you can see how well the Floette takes that through the Reflect.
Threaten quite a lot of damage into either target, and it can go first.
Yeah, and Serperior with the Citrus Berry, so healing up that damage. The Serperior only has access to Leaf Storm as a damaging move, which, look, it's pretty pitiful damage there and into both of the Pokemon over on Lorenzo's side of the field, but this is the thing. With a contrary ability, you get a boost to your special attack rather than a double drop. Oh, the King Gambit takes the Dazzling Gleam with just 5 HP. It's less powerful than the Moonblast, but the Gunk Shot lands. That Floette is down. Both of these trainers are hoping for a better luck, and so far, it's kind of going in both of their directions.
Because there's still 2 Pokemon in the back. And arguably one of Jamie's strongest Pokemon has been felled already.
And Serperior will feast on this King Gambit in particular. You don't even need a bit of Blade. I was about to say Bitter Blast. That sounds like a cool move as well. But Shadow Sneak enough is going to do it, even though it's resisted. King Gambit is down. So holes punched in both of these teams. Now this Leaf Storm is going to be hitting much harder. Look at that. It gets the KO on a Sneasler. Again, not a sentence I thought I'd say in our first Cast of Champions. But now this Serperior is +4. And Jamie Boyt is going to be delighted right now to have their favorite Pokemon shiny boosted up. Could it sweep through Lorenzo's team?
Well, there is a Frostlass standing in the way.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Would probably be able to get the KO here. And in fact, the Basculegion coming in now. So there's not even the sort of fine margins to play with there. And now where Jamie has taken a double KO, actually Lorenzo has got an advantage out of it.
3 ghosts and a snake. Snake's on a plane. Let's hope that this snake isn't on the wane, but in the face of a blizzard, it looks like it may well be. Basculegion will just be keeping itself safe. Where has Jamie targeted? Calling it, gave me a super effective Shadow Sneak onto the Frostlass, but now, next to move will be the Serperior. It's +4, it's a Leaf Storm, and it's gonna be enough to get the KO there onto the Mega Frostlass, and now the Serperior's at +6. Jamie Boyt giving us a masterclass into how to win with your favorites.
Well, okay, that is Giga Drain. So
true.
A few other, there it is, called it out here.
Nice.
It's the Milotic and the Wyrdeer. So Jamie coming back to the Wyrdeer after leaving it in the back in game 1, kind of trying to condition Lorenzo to maybe not bring King Gambit in the lead. Got that right. But really, really high base attack and special attack stat.
Scovillain is going to be getting all the more peppery, and there is that Mega. Spicy Spray is one of the best new abilities we have access to, and Lorenzo wants to give us a showcase as to why. Fake Out means that Wyrdeer is not going to be acting at this turn, meaning it's just the Giga Drain from the Scovillain. Milotic will be able to take that at least 2 more times, which is really useful for Jamie to know. Having said that, we could have a higher roll on a successive turn, but the Hypnosis without any coils will just be connecting now. So all of the eggs in the Scovillain basket, and Lorenzo's looking like, oh dear, I didn't bet on the sleepy Spicy Spray.
Measler's close combat might be able to finish the job on this Milotic. Cannot protect itself.
Rolling that dice, but no, the Milotic is going to be brought down very low, but it's going to be hanging on, and now this Wyrdeer is in such a fantastic position. Side Shield Bash easily enough to get the 1-hit KO onto Sleezler. Sound effects provided by the one and only Ben Kiriakou, and a defense boost to boot onto this Wyrdeer. Again, another reason to run this very, very niche Pokemon in this format. So good into Sleezler. Double super effective damage against Poison and Fighting and Life Dew. Wonderful to have access to that, and it's going to stack with Milotic's leftovers here. Ben, I can hear you chuckling.
It's one of Jamie's favorite moves. He really, really loves setting up these board positions, boosting up, maybe trading some health for it, and then going for a Life Dew and just recovering all of that back. Whether or not Lorenzo's got King Gambit in the back as well is a big, big deal in this board state. Here's our respects, getting the KO onto the Milotic. And I wonder if Lorenzo's overall strategy is try to knock out every Pokemon that is not Wyrdeer so that the King Gambit can clean up in the back. That's going to be very difficult to do when Jamie is just landing Hypnosis after Hypnosis. No gravity on the field either.
I don't think we've seen a Hypnosis miss yet over the course of this 3-game set. It's unbelievable. And then sweep through with Clanging Scales, and that's exactly the opportunity that has been afforded to Jamie Boyt here with a couple of snoozing targets over on Lorenzo's side. But this Scovillain, I believe, is guaranteed to wake up this turn.
It is.
And that's exactly what happens. The overheat targeted into this physically defensive Wyrdeer, but it can still shrug that off. And now let's not forget that Scovillain is eating up a double drop to its special attack. Basculegion staying asleep, meaning that the Wyrdeer can now make its Hypnoses all the more accurate as if Jamie needed it.
As like, now Jamie's like, no, honest, gravity was in play the whole time. Then take the advantage that way.
Okay, Scovillain's going to be switching out, and it will be King Gambit coming in, so well called here, Ben. So Lorenzo wants to get this Wyrdeer isolated, so the Dark-type moves are going to be all the more powerful. The Clanging Scales, they take it pretty well, and this Basculegion will be healing up as well with its Citrus Course, King Gambit resisting that Dragon-type damage. Basculegion is staying asleep, much to Lorenzo's frustration. The Side Shield Bash whittling away, and one more Clanging Scales, and that Basculegion should be down. But that's still going to be quite the struggle to try and get the KO. It's the Wake Up. It's just the Protect, actually, on the Basculegion here, so no damage heading that way. At least it's not snoozing anymore. The Drain Punch, though, double super effective, of course, into the King Gambit. And now this combo is healing back all the way up to full. Jamie is giving us a masterclass as to how to run these setup teams, and teams that, of course, can recover HP as well. Jamie loves them, and we love to see it. Sideshield Bash, of course, going into the Protect Shield now. And now, the forfeit just going to be locked in. It's going to be Lorenzo forfeiting there, and Jamie Boyt claiming our first ever Pokemon Champions match here in EU.